You're about to join us on a journey through the majestic, untamed landscape of northern Japan. 7 days, 2 motorcycles, and roads that go on forever. We're in Japan, but not the Japan you know. This is the wild north, raw and untamed. Open roads, hidden routes, endless horizons. We're traveling here with Moto Tours Japan, exploring and scouting new routes for riders around the world. 7 days, 2 bikes, 1 journey. And it all starts now. Alright, welcome to Hokkaido. Welcome to the city of Chitose. Woo! Well, here we go. It's a pretty chilly morning. Woo! Look at this, scenic road number 1. We are actually next to Lake Shikotsu. This is Lake Shikotsu. It is actually Japan's second deepest lake, and it is known for its clear waters. Unfortunately, it's not a sunny day, so you cannot see pretty well how clear the water it is. Right now we're actually on the west side of Hokkaido, and we're going to be driving for the next couple of days to the east side of Hokkaido. We're going to be exploring new routes. We're going to be exploring the food the region has to offer. Hokkaido is known for its amazing food. Maybe we're going to find some hidden gems. We'll see about that. Basically just, get to know what that side of Hokkaido has to offer. We haven't decided yet if we're going to make it all the way to the north because of the weather. The weather here changes a lot, so you might have sun in one part of Hokkaido and then it's super cloudy, super foggy, super rainy on the other side, and we're only going to be here for about a week. So yeah, not a lot of time to explore the whole island of Hokkaido, but we're going to make the most out of it. Right now we're in the city of Chitose, which is a pretty small city. It has only about 100,000 inhabitants. And we're actually on the outskirts of the city. So if you're coming to Hokkaido, I highly recommend you stay away from the cities. I mean, there's not a lot to do in the cities. Hokkaido, it's basically known for its nature and its amazing views. So it's always a good idea to find hotels on the outskirts of the city. The riding season in Hokkaido is not very long. This is the northernmost island of Japan. And in winter, I believe the temperatures go below as minus 30 degrees or so. Good temperatures start probably at the end of May, and maybe it goes until the end of September, maybe beginning of October. You could still ride if you dress up pretty well. We are right now at the end of the season in Hokkaido, so it's actually pretty chilly already. So here's the thing. If you're thinking about riding in Hokkaido, whether you join a guided tour or rent a motorcycle and explore on your own, August is the perfect time. The days are long and sunny, warm weather in the south, and that perfect cooler air up north. Ideal conditions for riding. Yesterday we actually went to this roadside station in Chitose right before picking the bikes. We had lunch there, and this roadside station, it's called Salmon Park. And Chitose is actually known as the city of salmon. So of course we had to try some local dishes. They had everything from salmon pasta, grilled salmon burger, even salmon ramen, you guys. Absolutely insane. Something you'll quickly notice in Japan is that roadside stations are an awesome place to stop for lunch, try some local food, and take a quick break. Plus, the bathrooms are spotless every single time. There is this old railway bridge nearby that I want to check out. I believe it was built back in the 1930s, mainly to transport timber across this region in Hokkaido. And it was used until the 1950s more or less. This bridge is actually built in what's today a dam. So right now we're actually in the right season to see it, because once November comes around, I believe the whole dam floods and this bridge is completely covered by water. I'm just gonna stop here for a while and take in these views because it's absolutely stunning. There's a bunch of cows everywhere. They're lucky they have all this space to roam around.
The thing about this bridge is you can easily see it from a distance, but we wanted more than that. We found out there's actually a locked gate, and the local association keeps the key. So we asked around and...
Well, guess what? We got the key, so we're going in. Well, here it is. This is the gate. And you'll see over there it says, "Attention, bears in the area."
But bears aren't our only problem out here.
Well, let's go. Bears are not our only problem. The thing is, we are not equipped with the bikes or the tires to do this type of road. So we gotta go really slow.
And that's not all. The sun is setting fast. And in bear territory, that's definitely not where you want to be when darkness hits.
It's almost 4 p.m. We're not gonna have light for that long anymore. We gotta go all the way to the beach and back in less than an hour, I believe. Because the darker it gets, the more chances we have of finding bears on this road.
After a few bumps and slips along the way, we finally made it. And you could say the rocky road, which on another bike would have been pure fun, was totally worth it.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning from Lake Akan. We are being welcomed to this side of Japan with a sunny day. How lucky we are. Time to roll. This is quite a lovely little town here right by the Akan Lake. It's a very touristic area, I would say. There's a lot of hotels, little shops around the area. The Lake Akan is right over there on the other side of these huge hotels. Quite a lovely town. Still have a range of about 185 kilometers with this bike, but today we're gonna be going to one of the most rugged areas and probably isolated areas of Hokkaido, so we better fill up our bikes before heading there. Look at all these little shops here. Ohayou gozaimasu. Arigatou gozaimasu.
Now, with our tanks full, we can finally head towards Shiretoko, which, as I was telling you, is one of Hokkaido's most remote corners, yet somehow also one of the most visited. And not only by tourists.
There are about 400 brown bears living in the peninsula, and that is actually a pretty big population for the size of the peninsula. But what I find really interesting about this peninsula is that it has two faces, so to speak. The east side is more of a calm coastline, so you got lots of hills, lots of little bays. And the west side is more dramatic, so you have basically these massive tall cliffs, very steep cliffs bordering the whole coastline. So why the difference, you ask? Well, it's actually all because of drift ice. So what happens is every year in winter, these massive blocks of ice come floating down from the Sea of Okhotsk. And I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but it's a very difficult word. And what happens is that over the years, these massive blocks act as sandpaper, and they basically grind and they carve the surfaces of these massive cliffs. But on the east side, the sea is more calm, it's more protected, and so you get kind of a smoother landscape, more or less.
The Shiretoko Pass sits at almost 1,000 meters above sea level, and is one of the highest points on the Shiretoko Peninsula. From here, you can see rugged mountains, dense forests, and the Pacific Ocean stretching to the horizon.
We're now on the Shiretoko Peninsula and we're bordering the west coastline. So this is the more dramatic side of the Shiretoko Peninsula. Maybe it's difficult to see it on camera, but there are massive cliffs over there. And actually some of the cliffs on this side of the peninsula can be as tall as 120 meters.
This national park is a haven for wildlife, and riding through it makes you feel like you've entered one of Japan's last truly wild places.
This has to be one of the most beautiful places to ride a motorcycle in Hokkaido, let me tell you. The Shiretoko Pass is actually closed in winter, so they close it from the beginning of November until late April or beginning of May, depending on the temperatures. And what is really cool is that once they open this pass, since there's a lot of snow that's being accumulated on the road, there is this huge truck that goes and cleans the roads, and of course they throw the snow to the sides of the roads and you've got these huge walls of snow. So that becomes a huge touristic attraction here on the region, and you would see buses and buses and buses of people visiting this area by the end of April, beginning of May. Amazing. I would love to see that one day. Well, it's about time to grab some lunch. There were some locals that recommended us the restaurant right here is this tiny place, and it's actually managed by the wives of fishermen. So, of course, it's local dishes, local fish, local everything. And apparently it's a very popular place because there are people waiting already.
動画に出ても大丈夫ですか？
どこに？
動画に。
どこの？
YouTube っていう。
YouTube？あ、全然差し支えはないですけども、ギャラはいくらですか？
僕ら全然儲かってないんです。
ギャラはでももらわないと。
本当ですか？
私高いんです。
探しにいますよ。
はい、
漁師の皆さん奥さんとかなんですか？
そういう方もいますし、そうでない方も。親が漁師の人もいるし。
お客さんの人は、どの国から来ますか？一番多い。
いろんなところから来ますね。さっきの人もイギリスだとかフランスだとか、本当になんか中国の方もいらっしゃるけども、アジア系の方も多いけど、最近ヨーロッパ系の方が。
あ、そうですか。
多いですね。
そしたらもう何カ国語も喋れるってことですね。
そうですね。他の人はね。
いやいやいやもう。
ただちょっとだけ皆さんがね、日本語すごい上手だから、もうそれであやかってこう乗っかって。
これからも頑張ってください。
はい、ありがとうございます。
本当美味しいもの食べさせていただきます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ね、
はい。
別れないようにね。
There's one more incredible destination waiting on the eastern coast of Hokkaido. I'm talking about the Notsuke Peninsula, a narrow stretch of land shaped by wind and time.
Well, we've made it to Notsuke Peninsula. This is a peninsula located on the very east side of Hokkaido, and it is actually a sandbar. It stretches for only 26 kilometers. So what happened is the currents of this area brought in sand, and over the years they formed this peninsula.
And since it sits so low, just a couple meters above sea level, the shape of the peninsula is constantly changing due to sea erosion.
There's a lot of trees around this area right over there on my right side, but most of them are actually dead, and that's because of the seawater coming here. So now it looks basically like a ghost forest. They're still standing, you know, but they're dead. And I think that's why many locals refer to this peninsula as the end of the world. Sounds quite dramatic. Look at this little family of deer right here. There are plenty of deer in this area. Look at that. Hey, buddy.
Hokkaido isn't just about nature and wild landscapes. It's also a paradise for food lovers. Its cuisine is often considered among the best in Japan. From fresh seafood and dairy to local specialties that people travel across the country just to taste. And right now, we're heading to a place where we'll get a taste of one of those local specialties. As I was telling you before, roadside stations are one of the best places to try local dishes. So we have come to another roadside station, and Kaito here will be trying the local oysters.
Oyster.
Something that will never stop surprising me is how Japanese, instead of a menu sometimes, they have these dishes right here. And this is how you choose what food to get. It looks so real. They look super real, and you see exactly what you're gonna get. Unfortunately, that big smile didn't last long. The road isn't always kind. Sometimes you've got to face tough conditions. And today seems to be one of those days for us. We're getting completely drenched on our way to the hotel, and deer have basically taken over the road. Between the heavy rain, poor visibility, and animals suddenly appearing out of nowhere, it's definitely not making things easy for us. Morning comes, and with it, rain. There's actually a strong wind alert for the area, but we don't know that yet. And I'll tell you this much. The weather isn't going to be our only problem today.
Good morning from a super rainy day in Hokkaido. We were staying at this place near the Akron Lake, and somehow we forgot gas stations in Hokkaido close on Sundays. And we were confident, we woke up, went to the gas station. We had about 40 kilometers range still in our bikes, and we found the gas station and it was closed. And then we started looking, and the nearest gas station from that one, it was 40 kilometers away from where we were. Kaito barely made it. I still have like 15 kilometers of range, and Kaito maybe about 5 kilometers. Oh my god. And it's raining to top it off.
Just as he's thinking everything's done, luck is on his side.
Oh, finally. Finally. Drink it. 17 liters. It was completely empty.
Well, I think today we're not gonna be doing a lot of riding. We're gonna find something indoors to do today. Let's go!
Now, we're thankful we continue on our way, completely unaware of the wind alert. Something that will soon make itself very clear.
Quick bathroom break, quick break from the wind. Oh man. The power just went out at the convenience store. Look at these, everything is dark. There's a storm coming, we better get going.
What we didn't realize was that the storm was already causing trouble ahead.
Oh my god, that car went into the ditch. I wasn't recording a couple minutes back, but there was actually this tree that fell out of nowhere right from my left side. I managed to save myself by going to the right, but honestly it was pretty close. There is that tree right there that is quite dangerous as well. And I think that car over there actually probably went into the ditch because it was escaping the tree. Oh my god. 大丈夫ですか？
警察の方にも連絡したんで。
わかりました。
はい、ありがとうございます。気をつけていってください。
Well, I think that's enough adventure for one day. Since the weather isn't really on our side, we look for something indoors. And that brings us to the Drift Ice Museum, which is actually one of the must-visit stops along the routes designed by Moto Tours Japan. We are about to go in. In this room, it's minus 15 degrees Celsius over there, and we'll have to wear this right here. It's not super warm, but it's gonna help us for sure. They're the ones who make adventures like this possible, creating guided and self-guided tours that let riders explore Japan's most incredible roads and local treasures for themselves. Wow, this is really, really cold. This drift ice they have here, it comes all the way from the Amur River in Russia. Look at this. The rules in this room are simple. Grab the towel, give it a good spin in the air, and see how fast it freezes. Look at this. It's completely frozen.
Look at this road, you guys. There are incredible roads around every corner here. Japan is a country of motorbikes, and there is something very unique, very special to this country, and that is motorcycle shrines. This country has built hundreds of shrines dedicated to motorcycles, and today we're gonna be heading to one of these places. People who visit these shrines go there for all sorts of reasons. Riders go there because they want to be safe on the road, they don't want to have accidents, and also motorcycle dealers visit this place as well because they want to have good business. Today we're going to be visiting one of these shrines. We're going to be heading towards Obihiro City. It's not exactly in the city, I believe, but somewhere around that area. And we're going to be heading to this shrine called Urahoro, if I'm not mistaken. We're not only going to be visiting this shrine, but we're going to be doing what they call here a blessing ceremony. So usually riders, when they get a new bike, when they start, riding motorcycles in general, they go to one of these shrines, you give a donation, and they prepare a whole blessing ceremony for your bike and for yourself so that you're safe out there on the road. Kaito and I, we're gonna keep going on many motorcycles adventures from now on, and we thought, right now we're in Japan, it's the time to do it. Probably is the only country who does this. I'm not sure about this, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe it is the only country that has this motorcycle shrines and motorcycle blessing ceremony. So we're headed that way and we're gonna do it today. So it turns out Japan isn't the only country with shrines dedicated to motorcycles and riders. You can actually find them in places like India and Taiwan, all celebrating the same wish for safe travels on two wheels. We have arrived! Look at this place! Stuck in this mountain. bikes to the left. Oh, wow, look at that. We've got VIP parking. This is going to be quite the experience, let me tell you. Let's check what they have here. These are stickers from the people that have visited this place. It's a pity we don't have our sticker right now with us. Wow. Look at this place. They do ceremonies for bicycles as well. Look at that. Like kind of business cards from the people that got their blessings here. And now it's the year of the snake, so they've done this little thing here, motorcycle with 2 snakes.
We've arrived in the town of Urahoro, home to the Urahoro Motorcycle Shrine. The shrine was first built back in 1896, though not here. It was later moved to its current location in 1923, but the real connection to motorcycle has a story behind it. And it's one the master shared with us. It's a story that gives this place its heart and meaning.
The ceremony is about to start. We're going in here right now.
The shrine's master lost a close friend in a tragic accident. A deer suddenly jumped onto the road, and though he tried to avoid it, he wasn't lucky. To honor his friend's memory and to raise awareness about road safety, the shrine was dedicated to riders. The master himself kindly opened up to us, sharing why this place means so much. His friend had always dreamed of retiring and riding across the United States, but the journey never came to be. Today, around 2,500 people visit this shrine every year to pray for safety and remember those who never made it home. And today, we've come to do the same, to receive a blessing for the road ahead.
We got some souvenirs from the shrine here. They gave us rice from Hokkaido, beautifully packed. Look at this. And they gave us, look at this. This is a tiny torii gate. And also, this is something you would normally put like in your garage or you keep it in your house. And it's basically, what does it say here?
Like the guard of the motorcycle. Guardian of the
The guardian of the motorcycle. Look at this. We've been invited by the master of this shrine and his wife to have some lunch here. We're gonna try some local food. Look at this. They have some vegetables, rice, miso soup, some meat over here. It looks very yummy.
そんなの得意じゃん。冬は何食べてるんですか。すっごい寒いじゃないですか。温泉もここにでもあるじゃないですか。Wow, look at this.
Grilled chicken with a secret sauce. So good. So good.
Really good. Wow.
As the day comes to a close, just when we think we can eat another bite of delicious food, we end the evening with a dinner full of Hokkaido flavors, made from fresh, local ingredients. Honestly, it's so good, we might just have to come back for seconds.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning from another sunny day in Hokkaido. We are now right next to the Saroma Lake. This one right here. It's a pretty big lake. Today we're gonna be riding towards the Bihoro area, and we're gonna be going across the Bihoro Pass. The Bihoro Pass is one of those passes that I highly recommend to anyone coming to Hokkaido to visit, apart from the Shiretoko Pass that we visited a couple days ago. And what I really like about this pass is that once you get to the top of it, you have the stunning view of the Kushiro Lake, which is actually Japan's largest caldera lake. But for now, let's see what else we can find on our way there.
This journey is reaching its final chapter. Today is our last day riding through Hokkaido. We don't know exactly what the road has in store for us, but one thing's for sure, we're going to enjoy every twist, turn, and breathtaking view along the way.
Look at this red carpet here. This red carpet you see right here is actually one of the largest communities of glassworks in Japan, and the best moment to see them is from the mid-August to mid-October. The best season being mid-September, which means we came right on time. We're actually very lucky to be able to see this tiny coral-looking plants, because we were talking with a local a couple days ago and he told us it was not the right season, but it turns out it is the perfect season. This place looks absolutely stunning. Not a lot of people live outside the big cities in Hokkaido, like maybe Sapporo or Kushiro. These areas here are mostly farmland, and it's just little houses here and there, you know, spread out across these fields. So it is truly a beautiful, beautiful landscape. You basically got green 360 degrees around you. We've made it into the Akanmashu National Park, and it's pretty chilly, let me tell you. Once you get into these mountains passes, the temperatures changes completely. What a view, what a view. I think we're very close to the top of this pass, and on the other side we'll have Kushiro Lake.
We're going a little bit off the beaten path. Usually people walk up there. There's this pretty path that takes you all the way to that viewpoint and you get the stunning views from the lake. But instead, we are going here up this road and the view is absolutely amazing.
This is the kind of path we're in right now. Very rocky.
Caught behind Venetian blinds, out of reach for the city lights. This ain't where I belong. Hey, look at me, man, what I become. I've been running east, looking for a sunset.
As the sun sets over Hokkaido, it feels like the perfect ending to an unforgettable ride. Every road, every view, and every encounter reminded us of why we travel. Not just to see new places, but to feel them.
I think it's time for me to go, burn all bridges. All I know, I got lost along the way, fell between the foam, pulling stitches.